Welcome to this edition of Sales versus Discounts. In this video, I'm going to shine a light on how discounts really affect sales and your profitability. So let's dive in. Would you rather sell $500,000 after you provide a 20% discount? Or would you prefer to sell a lower amount with a lower discount, $300,000 of sales after a 5% discount? Which one of these scenarios look more attractive to you? Let's dive into the numbers because the numbers don't lie. So when we sell $500,000 with an average 20% discount, we need to compare what would it have looked like if we had provided those services at full price without any discounts. So those same services would have generated $625,000 in sales. And so if we had a net profit, very bottom line on your profit and loss statement, of 6%, then the net profit would have been $37,500. But because we gave them a 20% discount, our sales were only $500,000, and because majority of the costs are very similar, our net profit, well, scratch that, our net loss was $81,000. We didn't make money. We actually paid a whole bunch of money out because of that. And so the reason why I say costs are very similar is when you are providing the exact same service, you just gave the customer a discount, you still have to pay the same labor to deliver that service. You may have other cost of goods sold expenses that are going to stay the same as well. Your overhead is most likely going to stay the same because you cannot call your landlord and say, hey, I gave my customer a discount, so do you mind giving me a discount this month? It's just not going to work. Majority of our expenses are pretty locked in, at least in the immediate future. Like we can make changes to make it better next year once our contracts and different commitments kind of work itself out. But if you just give your customer a discount today, you're not going to just magically make everything else lower as well. And so when you offer that type of discount, it can really kill profitability. Actually, that number is going to kill your cash flow as well, because somewhere magically you've got to come up with $81,000 so you can meet your financial commitments, which most likely turns into an advance on a line of credit. So let's look at the bottom line. So we've got 6% if we had charged full price for the services instead of losing 16%. It's just not sustainable in our businesses to have that kind of loss. It's also possible that instead of borrowing money to help pay for this loss, if you are giving away a whole lot of discounts, maybe some of your other services or other departments, or maybe they're generating enough income and profit to where they're actually covering up this loss. And so when you take the time to actually dive in and look at profitability by service, by customer, by department, by employee, really dive in, you can probably shine a light on something like this that might be hiding in your business. So when we look at the $300,000 example, if we had charged full price without any discounts, the sales price would have been $315,000. It would have generated $18,900 in net profit. So because we gave them a 5% discount, we've got the net sales price of $300,000, and our net profit has gone down to $3,947. Again, majority of the costs are going to stay very similar, even though you're giving away a discount. Now, notice how it went from 6% to 1%. You might be thinking, okay, that's not too terribly bad. At least I still stayed positive. Yeah, that's possible, but look at this. Your net profit went down $15,000. Because we're already down all the way down at the bottom of your profit and loss statement with that net profit line, the majority of that $15,000 that we passed on, that would have turned into pure cash for us. What could your business have done last month if it had an extra $15,000 in the bank account? What would you have paid off? Would you have lost less sleep? Like, what kind of impact could that $15,000 have made for your cash flow decisions? It's very important to fully understand how discounts not only affect your sales, your profitability, but also your cash flow. So when we're looking at the two different scenarios, if we're just comparing these two, then the obvious winner is the $300,000, a lower sales volume with a lower discount. That's definitely the winner. And also, I want you to keep in mind, I'm not anti-discounts all the time. I'm just very intentional and purposeful on when I actually use them. And so when we are considering the scenario of a 5% discount, this right side of the screen actually makes a whole lot of sense if you're going into an extremely slow season, because one of the best things that you can do for your business is to figure out how to shave off some of the peaks and valleys in your business as you go from busy to slow seasons. So this is actually the perfect example of how you can shave off that really low bottoming out, digging a big hole where you've spent your first 2 months of your busy season digging out of the hole that you created. So having that net profit of 1% is actually pretty good if your goal is to cover overhead, at least break even. And so 5% in this scenario would help you accomplish that goal when you're going into slow season. When you're thinking about protecting your profit margin, but you also want the ability to give discounts, you really just need to sit down and think through, what is your plan? What are you intentionally planning on doing with the discounts? And you want to think through, how much can you give away? Because obviously 20% is going to send your business into a tailspin that you cannot get out of. So you want to decide on, what is the maximum amount? You want to think about, is it just seasonal, or is it a year-round discount? Is it all of your services, or maybe only 1 or 2 services? Maybe customers receive a discount if they buy more than 1 service at a time. Really just create what that discount plan is for your business. And before you announce it to anyone, you want to run the numbers to make sure that you do not end up in a very bad cash flow situation because you're actually losing money because you're given too much discount. So once you create that plan, you want to communicate what your discount policy is to all of your employees. Make sure that they understand when, where, how, who receives a discount. And then also teach the employees about discounts. They might start thinking, oh, well, before I could just give it to whoever. Well, show them this video. Let them see how much discounts can really erode profitability and cash flow, because once they start to understand how it just really can have a snowball effect and, start to stress a whole lot of people out, the leaders and the owners and everybody in the accounting department. So helping everybody really understand what the plan is and how discounts really affect the business can really help protect the profit margin. Also, as last resort, you might want to consider reducing commissions for your salespeople if they rely on discounts too much. It doesn't make any sense to pay full commission to a salesperson if they are not selling at full price. And so you can create some type of sliding scale. So if they receive So they would receive a higher commission if they actually sold at full price, but the more discounts they give, there's a lower sales commission for them as well. Thank you so much for watching. You know what to do. Please help me spread the word about these awesome videos so we can help all business owners better understand their business finances. Like, share, just please help me share it. Thank you.